And the confidence factor in Joe Biden goes, ooh. Even his own party brought a motion forward in the form of Nancy Pelosi and I think Chuck Schumer. And Democrats are fearful of him having the power of the nuclear weapon, of pushing that button. So what they've done is they've requested that the House he not be allowed to make a decision on his own about nuclear weapons. Not sure if that went through, but it is something that they're looking at. Now, if my party that and the country that I'm president of don't trust me with a nuclear weapon, when that is actually one thing that all presidents prior to him have had control over, then I would be questioning whether or not I am in charge or not, and obviously whether or not I am capable of being president or not, because this says a lot about the trust. So let's look at this article. You'll be the first person I call, Biden jokes when pressed on plan for Americans left behind in Afghanistan. So obviously at the moment Afghanistan is in the news. Joe Biden totally screwed up by taking out the army and leaving Americans stranded, but also allies of them to be slaughtered by the Taliban. We all know about the people trying to get on the plane falling to their death just because they want to get out of the country when the Taliban took over. But let's read a bit. Jen Psaki, the White House press secretary, said Americans are not stranded in Afghanistan. CNN fact-checked and disputed Psaki's claim. The White House does not even know how many Americans are still in Afghanistan, as Reuters revealed. The Biden administration is unlikely to remove all Americans and Afghan friends by Biden's desire of August 31st. Shoo, that's difficult to figure out, that you won't be able to remove what? Between 10 and between 50,000, because that's the numbers that are being thrown around. Nobody seems to know. It seems America lost some of its people in Afghanistan. Not really. I'm not talking about the people that died. I'm talking about the people that actually moved and lived there. So I don't really want to make this video about what's going on in Afghanistan. What I do want to point out is the fact that the liberal media and the left is sort of questioning at the moment, even his own party are questioning what he's doing. As Newsweek says here, White House drops audio on Biden's snide response to reporter about Afghanistan. Biden's response to the NBC's Peter Alexander question was a smirk. But as the audio cut off, Biden tells him, "You'll be the first person I call." So his keepers are still trying to make it look like he knows what he's doing, and but he's obviously not in control of the country. They've taken away his rights to, because let's get back to the fact that they've removed his rights to or his access to blowing up shit. I think that's the first time in American history where a president was, his own party has said that we don't think you're competent enough, because that's basically what they're saying. And then they say there's nothing wrong with his mental state and with his cognitive abilities, but his own party at the moment is proving this. Then let's move on to the Washington Times. Biden wisecracks about Americans stranded in Afghanistan. "You'll be the first person I call." President Biden on Wednesday joked when a reporter asked what he would do if there are still Americans trapped in Afghanistan after the August 31st withdrawal deadline. So this guy's joking, is making a joke out of this. He is the cause of what is going on. They're acting like everything's in hand, which obviously it's not. I mean, anybody that says this is not a big balls up is an idiot, because even the far left media outlets at the moment are questioning what he's doing. This is not a Fox News thing. This is Washington Times. This is liberal media that couldn't find anything that Donald Trump did. They found fault with anything that Donald Trump did. And here we sit and everybody tells me that this person is competent enough to be president. He's not. Biden was voted in not because of the fact that he's the best candidate for the position. The hatred for Donald Trump is the only reason why he was voted in, because he was the most likely person to win against Donald Trump. But they just wanted a candidate, and he was the best in the Democratic Party at that stage. So to be dead honest, that doesn't say a lot about the Democratic Party, because if this is the best that they have to offer, they don't have a lot to offer the American people. Conversations around cost of living. I was watching somebody who they were talking about the construction industry, because in America it seems you guys build with wood, and a house that the wood used in a house that used to be 11,000 US is now just under 30,000 US. Just the timber that you use for building a house has gone up by almost 3 times, okay, since Biden has taken office. Petrol or diesel or whatever fuel was at $1, I think $1.80 or something when Trump was in charge. It's now at some places over $4 per gallon. Well, that's what Donald Trump said at his rally. So whether or not that's true, I'm not sure. I don't live in America, so I won't be able to confirm that fact. So please don't fact check me on that. Fact check Donald Trump, please. Yeah. So, but basically, everything is going wrong, and I think the leftist media at the moment they are at a place where they cannot blame Donald Trump for anything that Biden does wrong anymore, and the Democrats can't use Donald Trump as an scapegoat. And I looked at the rally that Donald Trump had. That place was packed, and the GOP at the moment has to do what he does or what he says, and so they're talking about Donald Trump having a shadow government at the moment, because the GOP has to do what he says, because he has double the amount of support in financial and funding that they've received thus far. So he's got twice as much money in the bank than what the whole GOP, the whole party, have been able to generate. So, money talks, bullshit walks. So Donald Trump not being in the next race is a very, very, very. I mean, there's nothing to show that he will not be running in the next presidential campaign, and this time he has the money to be able to market the crap out of everything. And if you have a look at what they're doing on the voter rolls and stuff like that at the moment, all the things that they're doing, they are trying to block the illegal immigrants that are being imported into the country at the moment to be Democratic voters. They are doing everything that they can to try and preempt them from allowing, or the Democrats from allowing them to be able to vote. But obviously the House is the first target, and let's see what happens there. Getting back to this is the White House cuts off audio feed before Biden's response to reporter on Afghanistan question. They are literally stopping this person from answering questions. How are people not seeing that this is White House cuts audio as Biden jokes about stranded Americans? You'll be the first person I call. Biden jokes when pressed on plan for Americans left behind in Afghanistan. This is a serious issue. I mean, he's playing with people's lives at the moment, and when there are some people that said that Biden, when he was still working under Obama, he wanted to go in and bomb Afghanistan, or pull out of Afghanistan. Actually, sorry, I do apologize. And when they asked, but what about the friendlies that have been helping them, he said, well, I don't give a F about them. Now, whether or not that's true or not, somebody else can go fact check that, because I'm definitely not going to be doing that. Because from everything that I've seen from this guy, he probably did say it. He is. I don't want to really say what he is, because that might be offensive and against the terms and policies, YouTube terms and policies, and they might then block my video or demonetize my video, and I really need to make some money out of YouTube. Anyway, guys, please like, subscribe, and share this video. It's the only way that the channel can grow, and see you later.